up, everybody? It's your girl Dorado, and I'm gonna be doing my makeup today, and it's gonna be my first YouTube video. So like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell notification if you haven't already, you know, yada yada yada, y'all know the deal. So I already washed my face and I already like moisturized it and did everything I needed to do. So we're just gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. And yeah, so first and foremost, Dorado is not my real name. I just don't want to tell y'all my real name. I think my real name is under this account, I'm not sure. Oh well, anyways, there goes that. And then I need to find my primer. So I always put like a primer. The primer I use is the Professional, the Pore Primer. And I'm out, so I gotta squeeze it like a toothbrush. Alright. So I'm 21, and I am located in Florida. I'm not gonna say the county. If you know the county, you know. If you don't, you don't. And I'm gonna apply the primer. I usually do it a lot with my hands because, like, I don't know, with a brush it's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? So I always do it, you know. So then I usually do my eyes first because it's just easier to clean up your eyes when, you know, you just did your eyes, and it's just easier to clean, like plain and simple. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, I did not prepare for the stuff I'm supposed to be having out right now, so I gotta scrimmage through it. Anyways, I'm not a makeup guru, I would say. Like, I just do what I can. By the way, I'm using a concealer that is almost out. Anyways, I just picked the day. Was like, you know what, today's the day I'm gonna film a YouTube channel. And yeah, that was it. That's why I'm doing this right now, because I'm bored and I have the time. Oh, please don't tell me I don't have. Okay, let me actually, this will have it. So I never really got into makeup until like later in my age, because I don't know, my parents didn't let me wear makeup until I was like a little bit older. So I didn't get into makeup until like really seriously until like maybe 10th grade. And even in between that time, I also stopped. I don't know what kind of brush I'm using, so that's why I didn't say it, guys. So don't judge me. And I don't do my eyebrows because I can pretty much see why I don't do my eyebrows. Like, I don't feel the need to. So my eyebrows are never part of my makeup routine, you would say. So yeah, I got into makeup when I was in 10th grade because, like I said, my parents were very strict. So I never really did makeup. So when I got into makeup when I was in 10th grade, right, I would do light makeup because that's the only thing I was allowed to wear, like foundation, mascara, and lip gloss. And that's really what I would do. And then, for Halloween, I would try to do makeups. It wasn't good. So I'm not going to show you all pictures because it was not good. And, I just kind of did it from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I use my fingers a lot. Listen, I'm hooded eyes. I always tell people, because sometimes people ask me, because sometimes I do really good, sometimes I don't do really good. It's 50-50. But people ask me, what's a pro tip like I could do? And honestly, what I've learned from doing my makeup, because of how you know, small my eyes are, I realized you gotta do makeup for your face. Like, you gotta really know how your face is shaped, and you really gotta just learn your facial structure and how you can enhance it with makeup. So I'm going to do something light, only because I'm not going anywhere and I'm just doing this for my first video. So yeah, so I always try to find a furry brush to put like the light coat in to go in with or whatever. And you know, I came to the realization that I wasn't prepared to do this video because I do not have anything ready. So anyways, I am a little mixed, which is why I look like how I look, in case y'all wanted to know. I didn't really look up questions or anything like that. I'm just kind of winging it and hope it turns out good. Because it is my first video. Like, I'm not comfortable. Like, right now I'm low-key not comfortable talking to y'all in the camera, but if it comes out natural, then your girl did her thing. Alright, y'all, I ate a tres leche cake earlier. That shit was buzz. That shit was so good, so fucking good. So I have my palette that my sister gave me a long time ago for Christmas, and I'm gonna finally use it. Well, I've used it before, but barely. Or actually no, let me go with the Naked. I think it says so. I think it used to say, Naked by Urban Decay. And I'm gonna go with none of these colors. Actually, I might use these. I might use them. I just might. I'm gonna go with, my sister gave me this from her charty box. I don't know what that is. Actually, I do know what that is. It's a little chart box. It's a little black box. And it brings makeup. Like, you pay like a certain amount of money monthly, and it sends you makeup all the time. Well, she got that from here. This is what it is. If you know, if the girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't. Simple. So I'm gonna go in with this Woods color from the Fairy Tale Storybook Cosmetics. Right there. I'm gonna go in with that color, y'all. So like I said, this was a little bit of a furry brush, so I went with a little bit of a fur brush. And I always try to, you know, pat a little bit in the ends of my eyes, because again, this is what works for me. My number one tip is always do what works best for your facial features, right? And I pat that shit in. Pat it. Okay, again, I am not a makeup professional. I'm doing what works best for me. Gotta pat that shit in. Pat, right? If you ain't pat, you ain't doing it right. Anyway, so I'm only gonna do it all like halfway through my eye, because the makeup look I'm going for is best to keep this side of my eye a little bit lighter. Right? So I probably should have never fucking done that, because I already put a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing, you know. Let's pretend this is math class, where you do the one thing, you do the other, right? So like I said, pat. Why does it look brown? Why does it look dark brown? Alright, let's put a little bit more. Always blow your thing. Pat. Nah, it's not done. I should have never said that. Alright, so you gonna pat. And you know, sometimes you might look a little bit weird, but you gotta trust the process. You know? So why does one side look? That's why. Anyways, as I was saying, you gotta pat. I already did this eye. I don't know why I went back to it. So yeah, you gotta pat. Oh, I forgot to dust off my brush, guys. You gotta dust off your brushes, because then it could create a sloppy mess, and you don't want a sloppy mess. You want to look like a bad bitch, because bad bitches ain't a sloppy mess. All right. So, like I was saying, patty pat. So as you can see, I got my color in there. Please ignore my scar. Okay, maybe actually that's a good idea. Okay, so my scar, I got it when I was 3. I fell, busted my ass, and that's why I have a star next to my eye. Period. Long story short, that's what happened. So yeah. Now that I did that, I'm gonna try to fur it out. Ooh, I don't know what it's called, but I say fur it out. So you gotta fur it. I don't know why I say fur it, but that's why I say fur it. Cause again, I'm not a makeup guru. Like, I don't know the language, I don't know the vocabulary. I just know this is what I saw in a makeup tutorial, and I'm just copying it right now. And that's it. You know, it's a little bit, this eye always be a little bit annoying because I have that little star there. But once I do the cleanup, when I do the foundation and everything, the rest of my face, I'm gonna clean it up and it's gonna look good. You know what I'm saying? And the type of makeup that I'm doing, guys. So I just did that. You're gonna look like this. If you want to clean up a little bit with your concealer brush, because you probably might have done this eye a little bit more than this eye, is okay. You can clean it up with concealer. If you don't know what I mean is what I mean is, you know, I felt like I did more towards here in this part of the eyebrow, and then actually no, I did pretty good. But I'm gonna still need that concealer brush for later, so I probably should have found it, but I don't know where I put it. So I'm gonna find a concealer brush. It's okay. Your girl got solutions. So anyways, what the fuck? I was gonna pause it, but I remember last time I tried to pause a video during, you know, YouTube, trying to film another YouTube cooking video, but I got shy and pussied out and I didn't do it. I might need to clear it up. I'll clear it up now. I was gonna clear up later, my concealer, but I might as well just do it now, because why not? Just do it now. If you could do it now, do it. Oh, here I go. So yeah, throughout my years, I've tried different styles of makeup. Like, you know, there was a time, I think it was the beginning of COVID, that there was like a cut crease style. I tried that once, but I tried it when I didn't wear eyelashes, because mind you, I started the makeup game a little bit late. Well, I don't know, I think it was a decent age for me to start, but with how my generation was moving, I guess it was late. So I kind of, you know, learned things a little bit later, you know, as time went by. So now, because my eyes are so small, I always go, if I do a light color like this and I want to darken it because I want a smoky eye or whatever the fuck whatever the case may be, I always go with a brush like this. Why? It's just easier for me to apply on my eye. So I'm gonna go with this color on this palette. If I can open it. I'm gonna use this no name brown, and then I'm gonna darken it with this dark brown, again no name, and then I'm gonna use a black because you know that's what I'm going for. So I take the little brown, dab it up, and like again I tap the ends. Actually, that's too late. Let's just skip to the dark brown. I'll do this faster. And so I'm applying the dark brown now, kinda. And I'm gonna use this brush and fur it out. Fur it up, fur it up, fur it up. Blend it out, blend it out, blend it out. Fur it up, fur it up, fur it up, blend it out. Okay, I can't play music because I'm filming this, so I can't play music, so I apologize. So y'all gonna have to hear my ugly ass vocals. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize for the inconvenience. You know, let's pretend this is customer service. I apologize for the inconvenience, but that's just what it is. I'm not, like I said, I'm still new to YouTube, so I still gotta figure out a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know I said tap, but I low-key just got anxious, so I just scribbled it. But it's okay, because we're gonna blend it out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to scribble it, you can scribble it. You know, that works too. You know, if you have like a unexpected anxiety, go for it. So, alright, that's a good thing to talk about. So for me, I always grew up with social anxiety. Even though I might seem outgoing, I'm actually nervous as well. And people think I'm outgoing, but it really is just my random outburst of shit because I'm anxious. Right? So I've really had to learn that, you know, sometimes people don't understand what that is. Some people just don't deal with it. They just don't deal with social anxiety, and sometimes they might not understand it. But for me, a lot of things, even though it sounds like extremely cliche, and I know, trust me, I know, is breathing. Just focusing on my breathing has helped a lot. And I know it sounds cliche. If you have it like really, really bad, I mean, sometimes it gets really iffy. I was gonna say the other word, but I'm trying not to curse. We just gotta figure it out. And it's something I've always dealt with, or because my mind moves so fast at times, I've never really you know how people rehearse what they're gonna say if they meet up with somebody one time? I don't do that, because I don't really try to give other people free rent in my head. That makes sense. Oh, okay, so I'm going out with the black, and I'm gonna just dab a line up because I want it to be dark, but I don't want it to be that dark, so I just do a line up. And I do the same thing for this, and then I just blend it out in the end. And then I go a little bit like forward, so it's like now a big chunk, but it's okay because it's gonna blend in with the brown, and then it's gonna look like really, really good. So all you have to do is make sure you blend, and also by your eyebrow, like you gotta make sure you blend. And let me blend on this side. But yeah, everybody deals with their own issues, but you just have to find a good way to cope, I feel. Because I'm not saying it's helpful for everybody, because it might be worse for others, but it's always good to try, you know, because there's no good point in dwelling on it. But some people just don't have the energy because they're not mentally there, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my eyes look like raccoon, like raccoon eyes, but it's okay. It's okay. Just gotta blend that whole out. Okay, so I blended it. And now we get into the good stuff. Hey. So this I gotta clean because mind you, that little star is there. So if you throwing my game off, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm getting a flat brush like this. And again, I'm gonna conceal, but this time I am going to conceal with this. It is the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. I don't know who's it from. I guess from Born This Way. That's who it's from. Now I'm going to get my little case because this is my favorite mirror, y'all. This is my favorite mirror to use. So what I usually do is I get here and I tap here, and then maybe I go in and I go around and just go around here, and I'll try to bring some up to maybe go through here. The only reason I do this because I really want to, I like to savor my makeup because I don't really use makeup a lot, so it's naturally easy for me to savor, but at the same time there's unexpected events that come up, and I always end up having to do my makeup at like the most random times, and I don't want to have to race to do my makeup. You know, if you don't have makeup at that certain time, and then you gotta be ready a certain time, so you gotta go to the store and get it, and it's just like unnecessary shit that starts to happen, you know. So I try my best to, you know, have makeup ready for when it is time to go, where I have to be ready. I have to go all out and be ready unexpectedly, then, you know, I'm set to go. I have my makeup ready, and all I have to do is apply it, you know, because I don't know, something about being prepared to me, it just brings peace of mind. You know, being prepared for shit just brings peace of mind. Alright, so I just concealed the front part of my eye. It looked a mess, but it's okay. It's okay. I fixed it. And then I'm gonna grab an extremely bedazzly color like this one that looks like a highlighter you could put on your face, and it is the Dust from the Naked Urban Decay, the Naked 3. And I'm gonna use the mirror that's here, and I'm gonna just put that glittery shit in there. Or actually no, I changed my mind. I am going to use this from this palette. It doesn't have a name, but this color, this is what I'm gonna put on. I'm gonna put it right over it, and we're gonna see how it looks. If not, I'm gonna go over it with this one, and it's still gonna be looking cute. So maybe next one. And then I'm gonna change the brush because that brush is wet. And then when you try to put colors like highlighter colors, for some reason the wet concealer brush with the thing, it just doesn't, I don't know, like it makes me gross out, so I don't like to use it. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go in with the little bedazzle dazzle, and then oh yeah, I was not expecting that bedazzle dazzle. The heck hell. Alright. Y'all can't see it, but it looks really good. It looks like really, really good. So I fucks with it. But I'm gonna get up close for y'all in a second, so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because it does look really good. And I'm gonna use this to blend it a little bit. I want the thing to blend. Yeah. Alright, so y'all see it? And then I'm gonna put more But I want to make sure like everything looks blended in. It doesn't look all crazy, you know. And then in the creases, I'm gonna do a different color. But for right now, I already did this eye, so I'm gonna do this eye now. And then I don't know what type of brush this is. I just know this was a brush that was accessible right now. Cause like I said, y'all, I am not a makeup guru. Like I don't breathe and live this. Like I just do this when I gotta go out somewhere. So I apologize for the people who actually, you know, live and breathe, you know, makeup. I hope I'm making y'all happy. And if y'all got tips for me because I'm doing something wrong, I appreciate it. So it's okay for y'all to let me know if I'm fucking up. Y'all game? I think I am, because I already saw an imperfection and it's driving me nuts. So I'm gonna go in with a color. I'm gonna fix it right now. Alright. So yeah. Alright. So now what I'm gonna do next is with the same brush, I'm gonna clean it. Alright. So I'm cleaning it right now. So I already applied the little kind of silver goldy lining. So now what I'm gonna do in the creases, I'm gonna put a little break of light color. Usually they recommend this. They recommend to do it a little bit after the process is done, but I'm weird, so I'm gonna do it before the process is done. So I'm gonna take like a white and just like tap it in there. That way it could give like a glow effect in the crease. And I don't know why I want that different glow effect in the crease, considering like the outside, like the eyes already, it's already shining. But like I said, I'm weird, so I already made it brighter. And now the last thing for me to do is get with that same, you know, I'm gonna go underneath with black. And then whatever I do too much, I'm gonna clean it up once I put the foundation. And wow, 28 minutes. All right, I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible. So, well, underneath. So I already did. What you do to one eye, you do to the other. I know it looks crazy, but trust the process. You gotta trust the process. I know it looks crazy. Alright. This is what I had to do. Alright. So now that I'm done with my eyes, I usually do my eyelashes last. But now that I'm done with my eyes, I am going to start my foundation. I did not know this makeup tutorial was going to take that long, so I'm so sorry, guys. Mostly because a lot of it was just me looking for shit. But if you're sticking with me to the end, I definitely appreciate it. And you will not be forgotten. I always put mascara in my eyebrows. I know in the beginning I said I don't do anything to my eyebrows. This is probably the most I do to my eyebrows. Well, not probably, is the most I do to my eyebrows. Because like I said, like, I think my eyebrows are already like dark enough and everything. So I've never felt the need to do anything to them. you know. I get them. I also do the top of my eyelashes because it just helps my fake eyelashes stick better. And I don't know if that's a tip. Wow, I look weird, but it's okay. It's gonna be cleaned up and it's gonna look good. So now I'm gonna go in with the foundation. Now it's up to the face, and this is like honestly the fastest part for me to do because 9 times out of 10 is the only part I usually do. So I used the foundation, the True Match from L'Oreal. It is the Broad Spectrum. Alright, it's the neutral color. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. That's the branding. They're not sponsored, but that's what I use. So I always put it in my wrist. Oddly enough, I always put it in my wrist. I've seen makeup artists, you know, clean their brushes a little bit or dust it off. I do that in the other side of my head. There's a way I do little dots around my face when it comes to like my foundation, and I try not to go up, like mess up my what's this called, my edges. And I just kind of blend it out. I try to take everything I have left from my hand because I don't want to have anything left. And I always clean up the side of my eye because I don't like, you know how this looks like this? I don't like how that looks. So I actually wipe that off. Wow. Oh. Where's the other brush? Where the fuck is the other brush? Oh my god, I lost the other brush. No. No. I lost the mini brush. The mini brush. The mini brush. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll call that. Alright. Your girl is Gucci. Alright, so back to what I was saying. So usually this is not enough for my face. So I always tend to put a little bit more. Only because I don't feel like one little bit does the job. But I don't put too much to the point that it over exaggerates and it doesn't blend with my skin, because that's what I like. Because I don't like to blend in my neck because like it I don't know, it's just not for me. So I always try to make it look best, like as relatable to my skin as possible, or matching my skin as much as possible, you know, because you don't want to look a mess. You don't want to look like, you know, I do go a little bit down on my nose. I take that back. But yeah, because, you know, I still want to look recognizable, right? So then I go in contour. Contour. Always contour. And the brush that I use to contour is always not this brush, but today I'm going to use this brush because I can't find my other brush. So I go in with this. It's a MAC, just a regular contour. And I go in and then I just get the color, and it's not grasping. I don't understand why. Alright, so I've got it. They always say to do like a 3, but I don't do it around here because I've never felt the need to do it there. Oh my god. It's okay. That's what the baking powder's for. I just realized how ugly that looks. But anyways, I always go a little bit down here because this is always good to make your jawline look nice. And I always do kind of what I do. In here I try to go in like a triangle because that's always what looks best. And then since it's a triangle, it just goes down, so it makes my neck look more presentable or whatever. So now that I'm done with contour, now I'm gonna go with the baking powder. And it's the LA Colors baking powder, or setting powder, whatever it is you call it. And with these shits, you gotta be a little bit careful because they be spilling everywhere if you don't open it right. And it's just like, it's too much. So I go with this brush. I have another brush, but that brush, I don't really like it. It's not a brush. I said it's a sponge. I don't really like that sponge. It just doesn't doesn't deliver. But since it's YouTube, I'm gonna use it because why not step out of my comfort zone? And for y'all wondering, no, I don't contour my nose. I've never felt the need to contour my nose, so I don't really contour it because I don't feel the need to. Right? And I do know how to contour. I don't know, I've never felt the need to contour my nose. I actually like my nose, so I feel like people who contour their nose don't really like their nose, or they like their nose but they still like have something that, you know, throws their nose off, I guess, when they're doing their makeup. I'm not like that, so I don't really feel the need to contour my nose. That's just it. I don't feel the need to. Just like I don't feel the need to do my eyebrows when I do my makeup, I don't feel the need to contour my nose when I do my makeup. And honestly, I like my nose. I don't think my nose is that bad. I don't think, you know, it looks ugly or anything, so I don't mind. Wow. You know what I'm saying? The thing about baking, right, is it's just a messy process when it comes to baking. Just because of the type of container it comes in, it's just a hard process. But overall, it's not a bad process. So now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put my eyelashes. So I have my eyelashes. And then, I do not have my glue. I'm going to get my glue real quick. So y'all, I use this glue with these eyelashes. All right. So I usually take them out, spread them out, make them look pretty. And then with this is very liquidy, so I always try to be careful because I don't want it to fall on my clothes, and I don't want it to be too wet for when I put it in my eyes, like it doesn't stain my makeup or anything. So I have to be like very, very cautious when it comes to using this glue. If you do use this glue, you understand what I'm talking about. Gotta be careful when you're applying the glue. Don't you see how fast I fucking put it on? You saw that? That's because it's like a little bit loose, so you have to be careful when you put the glue on. If y'all use this glue, y'all know what I'm talking about. Either this one or the white one, still the same thing. Gotta be careful, careful when you applying the glue. Damn, this YouTube better be a motherfucking hour. I hope not. I mean, all I got is to brush off this, put in my setting spray, which y'all gonna know what setting spray I use. Y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know. Alright, so I did this one first. So I'm gonna... Luckily, thank God my sheets are black. Okay. Wow, I stained the fuck out of these pants. I didn't mean to. Got to blow on that hole. Also, mostly because I've taken up so much time filming this YouTube video. I did not know it was going to take me this time. I don't know. This is how long it took me. Even with basic makeup. I did not know this was going to happen. But if y'all stuck with me to the end, I'm so happy y'all stuck with me to the end. Alright, so now I'm going to apply it. It's a little bit dry. Now I'm going to close my eyes. Not fully because I still got to place it. And you'll know that eyelashes is on your skin because you'll practically feel the wetness on your skin. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I have to explain that, but I did just in case, because you know some people are slow and some people are new in the makeup world, so it's best to explain to the best of your abilities, I feel. Alright, now that I did one eye, I'm going to do the other. Wow, I look a mess. Okay, it's ready to plop on. Same thing, I'm gonna look blind. I try to go as low to the eyelashes, but not on the eyelashes, if that makes sense. Like, cause I don't want when I rip off my eyelashes to hurt my natural eyelashes. So I try to go a little bit above the actual lash line because I don't want it to ruin my eyelashes when I pull these bitches off. You know what I'm saying? And now, it's time for me to use my fluffy brush. The nice fluffy brush. And fucking brush the shit out. So I brush. Clean that hole up, clean it up. Clean that hole up, yes, that's it. Clean that hole up, yes, that's it. Clean that hole up, yes, that's it. Ooh, ooh, that setting powder good. Ooh, ooh, that setting powder good. That setting powder good. But yeah. Alright, so as you guys see, this is why you set your makeup. So yeah. So now, I'm going to do my lipstick. And I'm going to use it's a nude lipstick that I have that I always use. Majority of the time, this is the lipstick I use is the go-to. It just leaves my lips looking nice, looking ready to go for the day or whatever it is I'm doing that day, you know. It just gives what it's supposed to give, you know. So I'm gonna use, it's by MAC. So yeah. So what I always do when I apply my lipstick is I always go from the two tips, the two little top things from the lip. I don't know what that's called, and I do an X. Because it just better shapes the size of my lips, if that makes sense. So okay, so what you did at the top, you're gonna do the bottom. Simple. Alright, there are my lips. And now, so y'all better stay and find out to see what I use as my setting spray. Oh, there's my contour brush. Because y'all will not believe what I use for my setting spray. So what I use for my setting spray is actually hairspray. Yeah, so we going. I'm gonna let that whole sit. What the fuck is going on here? The fuck? Y'all glue these bitches without knowing. Alright, whatever. I don't care enough. So then I use this little brush. This is my little go-to. So I always use this brush, little one right here, but it's, as you can see, it's out. But a bitch still be scrubbing up in there, scrub, because that's my favorite highlighter in the whole world. And I refuse to go out without wearing it. So I'm a scrubby dub until there's nothing to scrubby dub. So like from the corner of your eye down, that's where I put my highlighter, because that's where it's best noticeable. So that's where I put it. From the end of my eye up. That's where I put my highlighter. And then when you do the one side, you do the other. Simple. And then same thing. From the corner of my eye up. Corner of my eye up. Alright. So there you have it, people. This is my full face beat. You know what I'm saying? Take it out from here and I'll put it up. Oh my god, my room is a mess. Alright. So I guess you could kind of see. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. So thank y'all for staying. Peace.